Hello, good morning. This is Not a Spring Chicken. We are here in Las Vegas for the Consumer Electronics Show, or CES, and today is the first day that the show opens, so we are really excited. But meanwhile, news still continues, and we're going to bring Oldecam on with comments on the headlines of today. If we look a little bit more casual, it's because we are getting ready to go.
I know. Well, it's like 9 o'clock, and I was loading videos. It's 8 o'clock, so.
And it's the new Congress, and Republicans take charge.
And they admit that it's all over for them as a political party because Obama has basically won the day, and the Democrats are going to. They're doing away with the filibuster in the Senate so they can bypass the House of Representatives with Obama's strength.
Oh, really?
Yep.
And percentage budgets cuts should begin with the Department of Defense.
Well, I said this, that we need to get rid of what this country doesn't need, and that we're at peace. And when we pull out of Afghanistan and Iraq, we'll be able to save even more money. So.
And new House Speaker John Boehner gets the gavel from Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, but she basically did one of the longest leaving speeches ever, dealing with how the Republicans are going to destroy this nation and all that stuff, and all the things that they did that the people demanded to be done, which nobody could figure out where she got the idea that the people wanted everything they did done. They wanted to put everybody to work. But don't worry, it wasn't them that was doing it. The Republicans were the ones that were stalling legislation to put the economy back together because they were so hot on getting their health care issue done.
Ooh. And Freddie Mac says the average rate on the 30-year mortgages dropped to 4.77% from 4.86%.
Nobody's buying anything, folks. That's why they keep dropping, is because the homes aren't working anything, and nobody can buy anything.
Oh, really?
Well, they don't seem to get it through their heads.
And as Japan's economy flails, China steps up.
Well, yeah, because they're trying to. Well, what happens is China basically can print all the money at once and then say it's worth money. Japan can't do that because they're not a dictatorship.
Oh, really? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Okay, and good deeds fall victim to bad times.
Because people don't have any money. If you don't, okay, the government is. If you contribute to a charity, they're punishing you for contributing to charities now. They're getting ready. Cities getting ready to start taxing churches and charitable organizations like they do regular businesses.
An anti-American cleric, Muqtada al-Sadr, returns to Iraq.
Yeah, I mean, they know this guy is a bad guy, so how in the world do they let him travel around all the time? That's because Obama's a Muslim. He doesn't. If it was a Jew, he'd probably have him shot.
And a major retooling for the Obama administration, as there's a revolving door at the White House.
Well, they said that they can't remember a time when as many people have left an administration as they're leaving this one. But then even one of the Democrats said it's a case of the rest leaving a sinking ship.
I know, I can't believe Robert Gibbs just left.
Well, yeah, he didn't get the position. He wanted to be chief of staff, which since the guy can't handle press conferences, I don't think being chief of staff was going to happen.
Well, yeah. That wouldn't have happened. Well, with Rahm Emanuel, I was surprised about at how early that happened.
Because he basically knew that they were going to lose the House and didn't want to be a part of it.
And White House asks agencies to review data safety.
Yeah, basically, this is the same guy that says we should have everything available on the internet. The White House's their email wasn't even protected. But we can't protect the White House's email, but we can protect your medical records.
Yeah, and you trust that?
Yeah.
And study linking vaccines to autism fraud.
I know that basically that this caused autism and that caused autism. Well, no, it wasn't the fault of the drug the government gave that caused autism. It was it was just the way it was. I mean.
Oh, really? Yeah. And Glitz at People's Choice Awards, and Kristen Stewart wins the Actress Awards.
I know. Well, because they said that a lot of movies tend to be a little bit Okay, there was young people that voted for the awards, not the older people. They tend to ignore all the older voters this time.
What?
Well, generally, the People's Choice Awards are given to the shows that the non-approved audience is watching. Well, this time it seemed to went to a lot of young people.
Oh, and CEO sees Sony's future in 3D.
Oh, the problem is that they won't even talk to you about 3D if you try to contact them. If they won't talk to you, if they won't talk to members of the press when you contact their press people, it means that there is no future. Was it? I think Panasonic or Samsung ran a thing saying they expected to sell 4 million sets last year. They sold 1 million sets, and the problem is, for Samsung, the problem is more than the glasses. So they just don't want to spend the money for the 3D sets.
And GM and PowerMat deal turns cars into cordless chargers.
I know, basically, I mean, they want over GM, so they can't really understand that it's the cost of the bloody cars is why they can't sell them. So we're going to put more Tinker Toys in them, and that will make people buy cars.
And liens for unpaid tax. Although, you know what? That would make it easy. But see, part of it is if you put the PowerMat, that means you're charging it in your dash, right?
Yeah.
So,
You know,
if you're driving, doesn't...
It's got to just take more power away.
Well, also it just falls off when you drive, unless it's for when you're stationary.
Yeah. Well, the more things...
Although I do think it's kind of cool.
The more things you add to drain the power system of the automobile, the less miles per gallon you're going to get, and the more less green it's going to be, so...
But right now, they're just talking a deal because GM took a $5 million stake in PowerMat.
I know.
That's probably why, huh?
Yeah, because Obama's getting involved in that direction now.
Oh, because they do, yeah, they're talking about the Chevy Volt.
Yep.
And liens for unpaid tax bills hit a nearly 2-decade high.
Well, yeah, because people don't have any money. That's okay. The government isn't making money because no one's working, and people can't pay tax bills because they aren't making any money. Which basically, having an unemployment check is better than working. Well, not if you can't pay your tax bill, it's not better than working. Like the first time ever reading a Constitution, the United States wasn't even attended by most of the Democrats because it was a political farce, they said.
And Ballmer focuses on Xbox and smartphones in his keynote address to the Consumer Electronics Show.
Yeah, well, I don't like the smartphones and I don't use an Xbox. So.
Well, actually, you know what he did? He demonstrated that, the new Kinect, the add-on for Xbox that they had over during the holiday season.
Everything they're showing is most of the stuff. So far, the general consensus is that more people are interested by what these companies are not showing that they were supposed to be showing this week.
And double duty for Dell's Dual, which is a netbook and a touchscreen tablet, which flips.
Yeah, we've seen those years ago.
Didn't we see them during the holidays?
Yeah,
they do look really cool, but
I mean, it's just ridiculous. We've seen them for several years now. So.
Although one of the things I did kind of like, because actually I have a laptop that turns and rotates and folds down like a tablet.
Yep.
Actually, didn't they used to call mine a tablet?
Yep.
Yeah, but they have one where you take it out, like the tablet or the screen monitor pulls off, and then it mounts to the PC.
That's right. You know, it is. It's just a computer top that is Bluetooth or the rest of the body. So.
And Ford ties Toyota in Consumer Reports poll.
Yeah, because Toyota, that's not saying a lot. Toyota's got so many complaints against it that Ford now ties it for the best by far.
Let's see. As the most favorably viewed auto brand.
Well, it can't be, like I said, it's not saying much when you talk about how...
I know, because Toyota used to be good and then it lost favor, so I don't know if that one's a good one.
They basically put a lot of Americans in charge of the company. It was about building bling and cheap cars rather than building good cars.
Sabre moves to end American Airlines agreement.
Yeah, well, okay.
And they're making the fares harder to see in their displays?
Well, the problem is what's going to happen is other companies are starting to join with American Airlines, and very shortly all these online travel services are going to be out of business.
And a Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, okay. That just because you think that you don't have to get any rest when you're a senior citizen, the government will tell you that filthily, but